Hey everybody, happy Sunday. I don't even know what portion of the video this will be, so we'll just call this chapter 1 of the layout update for September, what, 14th or 15th? I don't know. I can't keep track of the days. So what you're looking at here is the future riverbank that the railroad parallels through the mountainous areas of wherever. What I have recently done, I took some drywall mud and I went through and I coated the entire like wall of foam and painted it. I painted this part white so that when I paint the water, you know, it's not painting on top of brown. But it looks like it's all the same color. Not quite, but pretty good. You can see kind of went down there and I smoothed it out a little bit, but it was unnecessary. All these little parts here, I'm not even going to worry about. When I put the dirt and the rock and stuff, that will kind of help hold it in place so it doesn't just like go out into the water, and I think it'll be just fine. But you see, I've done this all along the riverbank for two reasons. Once upon a time, I read where the epoxy will attack the foam, so I want to make sure that the epoxy is not going to get to the foam. And secondly, a lot of the foam that I put down, the angle just didn't go all the way to the water. For example, right here, it stopped right here and went straight down. So all this for about probably 3/4 of an inch back is just mud. So I'm letting that dry really good, and I think it's gonna work. Now this portion right here is actually Sculpt-A-Mold, and this took me about 20 minutes to do after, you know, mixing it and getting it down there and fighting it, because, you know, I never can seem to mix it right. And this entire section, which is probably close to 30 feet, all the way over to there, took me about a half an hour to do with drywall mud. So I saved myself a ton of time. I also painted this last piece of plywood that I put down. And I need to take some white caulk and do the seams here right there to seal that up. And then here, I don't know when, but in the near future, I will take brown paint and go along and paint the riverbanks brown, which I did in a couple spots, and I don't even know why I did that because that was pointless. But I did it down here. So I'll paint the riverbanks brown, and then I will start literally mixing up the water-based paint, and I will paint the river. Now the river will be darker in the middle, towards the edge, a little lighter towards here. This part here will be a lot dirtier because this runoff coming from the mountain that will be here that you won't be able to see until I build it. And I got to determine which direction the water will be flowing so that the silt will come down here and kind of probably come off this way a little bit, so this water will be dirtier than this water. I really think this scene is going to look incredible when it's done, and it's not going to be done for a while. On the other side of this piece of styrofoam right here is a 1% grade that I'm building, and then I'll probably put up styrofoam or something like that with painted dark green or light green with some darker green hills in the background. And this will come down basically, you know, probably do like the cardboard weave, and it'll come down here. This rock, I found this rock someplace, I think it was in the backyard somewhere, and I really like the way it looks. So the rock is just going to be incorporated right there where the railroad kind of like goes around it a little bit. And I think it's going to look just fine. I say that a lot because in my head, I can see what it's going to look like. But to you, the viewer, you're probably thinking, hey, Rob, that looks like a hot bag of ass, because it don't look like nothing but white styrofoam and a big rock in the middle. But that's what it looks like to me, is mountains and the atypical Appalachian scene. So this grade that you can't see will come up here roughly about 4.5, 5 inches. And the entire peninsula that is green foam, this will be the bottom level with a second level on top, like a mountainous type of ridge running down the middle where that bridge is stored at. And then there will be a coal mine on this side, main line mountain running, Weavy main line going back and forth on the other side. There'd be an Army airfield and an Army installation over there, home of the 11th Mountain Division. I just made that up. And that's going to be Camp Price, named after my Uncle Clifford, who was a World War II veteran. And the airfield is going to be called Vincent Army Airfield, after my uncle who passed away about 4 years ago. Well, I got company out here tonight. And my wife had surgery, so I got the door open so I can hear her holler if she needs me. And she's on some tramadol or something right now, so she's passed out, but I still got the door open. And oh goodness, there's another one come out of there. I'm gonna have to evict these kittens because they're gonna tear down my my little curtain there. But there's something else. The little gray and white foxy looking one they're running, that's Akita, and the little calico is Pixie. And the chill cat there, he's Angus. Angus. Yeah, you handsome devil. But so far they haven't tried to jump up on the layout, which is good. So I'll let them have their fun out here. They've never been out here before. And most of the time they just come out here and lay on the carpet and, you know, play their little games and everything. I think that's going to be the end of this portion of this video. I will be filming for the next couple of days, putting them all together, and coming out on Sunday night. My new Sunday release time or premiere time is going to be 8 p.m. Eastern. I know that puts it at 5 p.m. Pacific time there for the California guys and gals that are watching. But I think that's a good time. My last video just hit 2,000 views. And I think that's a good time. I think it's a little bit better time than 9 p.m. because I think, I hate to say it, but some of the older folks, you know, in my age range, that they might have to get up and go to work, so they're not, you know, trying to be watching videos till 10, 11 o'clock at night. So I give everybody an extra hour there. Also, even though I probably continue to say this in the rest of the video that you're going to watch, that I've created playlists now. So there are different playlists. So go check out the playlist, and you can watch all the, I think the last 19 layout updates. So that's the last, 19 weeks, roughly. So last 4 months, in a sense. And at some point, all the layout updates will be there, and some of the special projects will be in their own playlist. The water scene with the epoxy will have its own playlist, because when I was doing that, I didn't do a very good job of keeping track of what episode it was. So I got episode 3, a 4.5, a 4.25, a 4.5, and all this other stuff. So I'm going to clean up the channel a little bit, make it a little bit more user-friendly. And if you have a YouTube channel yourself, don't wait till you have 300 videos to go through and do this with. Start your playlists at the very beginning so that it is easier for you to manage your channel. That is your pro tip for the day. Stand by for the next chapter. All right, it's been a couple of days since I filmed the portion of the video that you just watched. I will probably paint all this brown down to the, maybe like the water line, we'll call this. It's hard to see because it's all white. And then I'm going to use this same muddy brown. This is the can of paint. Here is the barcode. I will take a picture of this and put it at the end of the video, and then you can screen capture it if you want to use the same color, and just go to Lowe's and they can mix it for you. So on to the next portion of this layout update. All right, so not a whole lot has changed over here since the last video. I still have the load track to build. It will kind of go up a pretty sharp incline there, but it's only going to be, you know, for a couple of cars at a time. And that'll dump they will dump their load into this area here, which goes to an underground bunker that will feed the powerhouse, which is simulated by the white piece of styrofoam. I still need to tack down the rest of the tracks back here and make sure that they're in the right positions, and then I will put the grain elevator back there just for you know, just to have something there for the background for right now until I build something. Which, if you watched a previous video, I discussed building a soybean processing plant, which would require more tracks than what I have there, but I think that might just have to be what it is, just one track. I have put together a foundation where the new freight station will be at, and you can see the videos for that build on Friday nights. I threw down some of these grass mats. It's made by Walthers, and I had a whole bunch of this. I don't even know when I bought it, or I don't even remember buying it, but I've had it for a while, so I went ahead and cut some up and I put them into place. Essentially just to take a couple of photos, but I actually like the way they look, so I will eventually glue them in place. I had planned on putting in these curves back here, but I got sidetracked with other projects and I have not done them yet. But the plan for this week will be the track for the river line that goes down grade over here on the right about here. That'll be a 36-inch radius curve. It'll come into that number 6 switch right there, and then I will put in a 44, a 42 inch radius curves. That will be the Pennsy main line from here to the switch that I just showed you, the Virginia main line, which will come across in parallel, and this will be a yard lead essentially, and it'll probably be about a 36, maybe a 40-inch radius curve, and come in over to here where this track is right there. I kind of played around with this little fiddle yard for the belt line. I got one track in, and I got it down here, and I gotta do some soldering and a little bit more figuring. But I've glued in this piece of foam all the way down here. Now I did use the tank foam adhesive, and I'll show you that can right here. Tank bond is what it is. Now, I don't know what I was thinking, but this is the exact same stuff as the Sure Foam that I used in a Sure Foam layout fix a few months ago. It's just regular foam. I thought it might have been something different. I don't know what I was thinking, but it expands just about the same as the other foam. And these 3 pieces here are held in place with the foam, and I filled in a gap right here. I'll just go through and I'll shave that off. It won't be no big deal. I may go ahead and do it right here as well, and I'll clean all this up. The next piece of foam is an 8-foot piece. I don't think I have enough of this foam tank bond to secure all that in place, so I will use liquid nails and Gorilla Glue. I'm running short on staples, so I had to stop right here. I will staple this piece of plywood down, and it comes to right here. So I only got 8 feet more of plywood to staple and glue down, and then I can glue all the foam on that. So I got maybe 12 feet of foam to glue. Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't done this piece up here. Maybe about 20 feet, because I forgot I haven't done this one here either. So, but it's ready to go in, and I got 3 small pieces, or 4 small pieces. I got 4 small pieces right here, and then that will get done. So that's the priority for the week, is to get this foam and the plywood down and get those curves in at the far corner. And once I do that, it will be balls to the wall, laying a main line of about 46, 50 feet, something like that, so I can run my trains in a loop once again, and then I can start breaking in some of my newer locomotives. Well, that is really it. I've tried to separate projects from the layout itself, but I have one project that I'm going to show you now that's almost finished, and then that'll wrap up this video. I've created playlists for all like the different types of videos, current projects, like the kit bash for the freight station, that has its own playlist. The F7 build has its own playlist. Layout update has its own playlist. And I'm doing the real railroad stuff. It has its own playlist. So go check out those playlists and let me know how you like that. It should be a lot easier for you guys to find videos that you want to watch. And here is my Alco C625 demonstrator that is cosmetically finished. but that's all I've done to it. There's no DCC in it. I also still have to work on the trucks, but I really wanted to take some photos with it. It's matched up with the 409, which is the Allegheny Midland Alco C420, and I think it looks really good together. If you're not paying attention, I believe that you would just, assume it was the same railroad, but it is not. I have plans to build a second Alco C625 demonstrator, so I can have a pair of them, and I may cover that build in a separate video just so you can kind of see what I did. It's probably a lot simpler than what you think, but that's about it. So I know this was a relatively short video update compared to some in the past. I hope you liked this video. I kind of rambled a little bit, but not a whole lot. Go check out my other videos, like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell, and come back here in a few days and see what we talk about next. Thank you for watching.